I did want to talk about, because you've written some novels and stuff like that. You don't just do comic book stuff.
True.
Can you talk about a little bit about the difference, and do you like doing one more or less than the others?
How many pictures are there in novels?
So it's funny, actually. In the novels recently, I've had Dennis Calero did a bunch of illustrations for a book called Severance Package. I wrote a novel. He did these 10 really cool black and white illustrations of mayhem and badass gunplay. It was great. I kind of think readers expect a little more of that back and forth. And the new novel out today, it's a great day to plug it. A thing called Level 26. It's with co-wrote with Anthony Zeiker, who created the whole CSI series. And he has these illustrations by Mark Echo in this book, and plus he has these online segments he films. So it's kind of a combination of a movie, a book, a comic book almost, all in one package. So that's a side answer to your question about novel writing. The big difference for me is a novel can be like a long, hard slog. It's like maybe 3 to 9 months of just like every day, another chapter, and 2 chapters. With comics, it's almost kind of a shorter gratification where you can actually do a script in 2 days if you're really cranking it, or a few days, and it's done until your editor gets his hands on it and totally ruins it. Sebastian, are you here? My cable editor is here somewhere, Sebastian. I can't see because of the lights, but he's here. But it's sort of a shorter time. I'm kind of used to it from my newspaper days, where you kind of can work hard in a few days on an issue. It comes out and it's kind of cool. It's out. Books take forever. You can write it, you revise it, and then it can be out maybe a year or so.
And then you
hate that point. You hate it. You want to change it. Yeah, exactly. With comics, you can see how much you screwed up right away.
That's why it's great doing improv.
Exactly.
Just know how bad you are right away.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like this show, which is scripted.
Yeah. Wait. Exactly. To be paused there.
Cool, guys. We're going to move on to the next section of our show, which we like to call the stack. Next thing we're going to talk about is Justice League: Cry for Justice #3, the worst book ever written. What do you guys think about it?
Now here's the thing. I didn't mind the last issue that bad.
And you were wrong.
Well,
okay, go on.
I think I was wrong. I'd say
really?
no. This issue is very hard to read. In it, there's the buzz online is meant as a torture scene. Where it's like Green Lantern's torturing, but it's actually the Atom who's in his brain, like punching his cells or whatever.
Yeah. But there's bondage though. That's cool. Right?
Also bondage.
Right. Well, which is crazy actually. It's crazy that, not to get too much into continuity, but I will. Welcome to Comic Book Club. But the Atom. So yeah, they sent the Atom into Prometheus's brain to jump around and give him a headache.
Wait, that's not Judge Dredd? That's not.
But that's also the last storyline of the Atom was his wife, Jean Loring, jumping into Sue Nibby's head and killing her. The exact same way, and he was so torn up about it that he left the Earth for like years. Yeah. So it's surprising to just
he changed his mind.
Oh, there you go.
He was like, "That's cool, actually. I do that myself."
Yeah. Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Women eventually take over the husbands.
What was that random, ridiculous note?
I was crying for justice.
The first half of the issue is terrible and still did.
And it's so weird how he keeps having them say the word justice. I'm like, wow, that's so stupid. That's so basically stupid.
The thing that's even more basically stupid is he keeps having them say justice, and then the other characters are like, justice, I keep hearing that word.
Yeah.
For who? For who? Justice.
The thing about this comic, if you just look through and page through, it's awesome.
The art
if you
is
don't
nice.
read it. If you read it, you'll get angry. You're like, oh man, look at this giant gorilla beating up robots. This is awesome.
But here's the thing, then the last 2 pages is direct Starman reference. You got Bobo Benetti in the shade at Charity's studio and setting up a great panel. I don't know, I have to buy the next one.
Did you like the second half of the issue where Prometheus skins a dude named Tasmanian Devil and then makes another character shit himself?
Well,
I'm not joking, he literally does that.
I mean, that's what villains do. Villains do evil.
Yeah. This is bad.
It is bad. It's bad. But I'm going to keep it.
Cool, let's move on and talk about The Torch, #1. Guys, you remember when we were all alive back in World War II?
Yeah.
And we loved reading the Human Torch comic book?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's here.
I didn't mind the issue that much. But it's just like it's
Well, did you mind the issue?
Yes.
Why?
I also minded the weird like feather drawing in certain panels, but not all of them.
The artist has feather for fingers.
Right? Now I feel bad.
Yeah.
It's a bird artist. Come on. There's diversity here.
Yeah, it's bird brain for the New Mutants.
Great rep. Great rep.
I enjoyed it.
Why didn't you like it?
No, it's kind of ridiculous the way it's drawn.
For those of you who didn't pick it up, it's the Human Torch's partner Toro, who was brought back to life in the blockbuster Avengers Invaders series, is back on Earth, doesn't know what his role is, so he goes after the Mad Thinker, who captures him and is trying to bring the original Human Torch back to life. Not the one for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, thank God we have so many flaming characters. That was not what I was saying. Not what I was saying. Yeah, but for God's sakes. I'm not an idiot.
Well, here's my question, because I don't think this was terribly done. I think
Yeah, I think it's alright story.
It's Mike Carey writing it, right? And he always writes it good.
Alex Ross.
Yeah, with Alex Ross. It's always good, solid writers. It's just, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand the need to bring the android Human Torch back into continuity.
Well, not only do you get the android who was dead, now you get to have the mutant Human Torch, and then you have the Johnny Storm Human Torch, which I don't know. There's some sort of party there, or what they're going to become.
Because I have a series called Passing the Torch.
Torch Force. Yeah.
Oh, Torch Force. That's pretty good. Do you think there's a need for this character?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What plays better, man? I don't know. I don't know. I think the idea of like bringing back, I love obscure characters who are brought back and kind of dusted off and lit on fire again. I think it's cool. I haven't read the issue yet, so I can't judge it, but it sounds cool to me. I'm big on nostalgia, though. I'm the biggest guy, guilty person of older 50s paperbacks, and like it's old. I like it usually, so that's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know what it is about. There's definitely a big revival right now, obviously with the Marvel Anniversary and everything else, for these very, very old school characters, but they just don't. They seem very generic to me.
They seem very old.
Yeah.
Kind of tired. I think that's the thing. In this, it's not bad because there is kind of like a direction for it, but unless you're bringing something new to the character, just have old Johnny Storm fly around in the series.
Yeah, there you go. Cool, let's move on and talk about another character who's coming back, Magog.
Yeah!
Pete, you like this issue?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Here's a character who I thought sucked, but this is done in a cool way. He's kind of like, Justice League is lame.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stab some foreigners.
Yeah! Well, when you say it like that, it makes it. They're bad guys. When you say stab foreigners.
For the record, just so you guys understand, Pete thinks foreigners are bad guys.
It's weird to hear it out loud. I did that for the laugh. But what's cool about this is he's kind of calling out the Justice League. He was like, this is bullshit. There are people who are starving, there's all these wars. These so-called heroes aren't doing anything. Why don't we go out there and stop crime, stop poverty, stop all these things. So I think I enjoy the fact that he's bringing it up. It's just kind of not really talked about. So it's nice that somebody's doing it, even though it's Magog.
What is poverty's superpower these days?
Yeah.
That's a tough villain to really have a fight against.
There's a metal arm here. The metal arm is a white glowing eye, lots of pockets. I don't know.
Yeah.
It really doesn't look like any other character.
Yeah. The horns are cool, but I don't know.
That actually was my biggest problem with it. Is he's an old soldier who is taking the fight to the street with giant guns and big weapons and killing people.
Sounds great.
So lame.
Punisher.
Well, no, it's the same thing. It's just not. It's not a bad book. I felt so bad because I wanted it to be horrendously bad so we could make fun of it, but it's perfectly fine. Howard Porter's art is good. Keith Giffen's writing is good.
Yeah.
But it's not doing anything original, and I don't understand the need for this title.
Especially this
the
character.
originality of it is calling out like the so-called heroes in it.
Because he's fighting against.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically like, what is with you guys? You're not bringing up justice. I make him sort of.
Oh!
It's a ride for justice.
Yeah.
if you will.
Not so much crime in this issue.